Hi, this is Greg with Lionquestfitness. Today we're going to talk about Colonel Rex Applegate's method of point shooting. But let me tell you, what can go wrong will go wrong. And today we had a intermittent rain, sometimes heavy. This was the hat I was wearing for the video. And it kind of messed up my production as far as, how I was going to present the shooting and what I was going to talk about in what sequence. So I just ran it all together as far as the shooting. Now, I guess you could say this is a way to pressure test, techniques, in the pouring rain. It wasn't raining too bad at first. And actually, the first string I shot was shooting from a draw. And that's something I'm going to talk about because Rex Applegate's system is really not meant to be used from a drawing position. It's meant to have the firearm out. And I didn't do too bad in the pouring rain. The very last string I did, somehow it didn't get recorded. But by then it was raining so heavy, I got one off a little bit, and then I put that one right there. But otherwise, I think this is definitely perfectly adequate for self-defense distances of 7 yards for shooting one-handed. So let's talk about it. So who was Colonel Rex Applegate? Well, he was a World War II veteran. He was very instrumental in training the OSS, the forerunner of our CIA, in hand-to-hand combat and in point shooting techniques that he learned from Fairbairn and Sykes over in England, who taught their commandos. Now, Applegate taught a system of one-handed shooting, which was actually very appropriate for the types of things that our Army experienced over in Europe. The hand-to-hand fighting in rough terrain, where you might need one hand to balance yourself, to catch yourself on the ground as you're going across rough terrain, or you're having to pivot or turn in narrow hallways or alleyways. And what he taught, and for all the safety Nazis out there, no magazine, nothing in the chamber, but what he taught was to go in a crouch, and when you saw your target, you would raise your arm and your eyes go over the top of the firearm toward the target. And it's actually a pretty accurate way to shoot one-handed. Now, he recommended this at a distance of 20 feet or closer. And that's why I shot at 7 yards today. Now, did he recommend two-handed shooting? Yes. And in his later days, and there's a video where he talks about this, any distance past 7 yards, he actually recommended two hands on the gun and shooting in an isosceles stance. Now, could this style of shooting be applicable for today? Well, absolutely. What if you're clearing a room and you don't want to flag innocent bystanders, family members, friends? This is a way that you can go at low profile, and if the need arises, once again, you point straight up. Also, in the other hand, you could be opening doors or have a flashlight. Now, does it have any drawbacks? Yes, it does. And Colonel Applegate really did not teach how to shoot from the holster. In other words, he always expected that gun to already be drawn and out. Now, you can draw, push out, and raise up and train yourself to do that. And I don't believe that it would. In fact, the first time I shot on video, I was demonstrating that technique, and I don't think it would be that much slower than any other type of draw or presentation. And I will tell you that drawing one-handed and shooting one-handed and pushing it this way, you're not going to get on target as easily as by raising it straight up. So anyway, this is just a brief survey of Rex Applegate and his point shooting style. And this is Greg with Lionquest Fitness.